There was no shortage of candidates.
King Philip.
King Philip of Spain, Catholic and widower of Elizabeth's sister Mary. The Archduke Charles, the most promising candidate, but still a Catholic.
Eric of Sweden?
No, my lord.
Elizabeth was playing hard to get, for reasons that were political as well as personal. She'd seen the problems created by her sister Mary's disastrous marriage to Philip of Spain, and she was determined to avoid them. But actually, that was easier said than done. For if she married a foreigner, how could England avoid the kind of disastrous foreign entanglements which had led to the loss of Calais? And if she married a Catholic, and almost all the suitors for her hand were Catholics, how would Protestant England cope with a Catholic king? And finally, and above all, how could she be happy if she married a man that she'd never seen? Sometimes she must have reflected it was safer to follow her own inclination and not marry at all. There were also surprises in the new household. As Master of the Horse, the man responsible for the Queen's safety, Elizabeth appointed the son of a traitor duke. Robert Dudley's father had been executed for his treachery, and the family remained tainted by the crime. Known disparagingly as the Gypsy because of his dark looks, charm and cunning, Dudley's appointment raised more than a few eyebrows at court. Elizabeth and Dudley were the same age, and they'd known each other in childhood. They may also have met in less happy circumstances, here in the Tower, where they were both imprisoned at the same time, early in Mary's reign. Elizabeth was in fear of death. Dudley had already seen his father, his brother, and his sister-in-law executed, and he was under sentence of death
But the
himself.
Virgin Queen's relationship with Robert Dudley was by now a national scandal. Both court and public were appalled at his arrogance, offended by his brashness, and suspicious of his motives. And there was another thing. He was married. Dudley's wife, Amy Robsart, was rumoured to be very ill. Gossip claimed that Dudley was simply waiting for her to die, so that he could marry the Queen.
Late on the afternoon of the 8th of September, 1560, at Cumnor Place in Oxfordshire, the home of Lord Robert Dudley, the Queen's favourite, and Amy Robsart, his wife of 5 years' standing. The house has been unusually quiet all afternoon because the servants have been given the day off to attend a local fair. When they return, they find Lady Dudley's body at the foot of the staircase, dead and with her neck broken.
Elizabeth, fearful for her reputation, she couldn't allow the scandal to besmirch her. Reluctantly, she banishes Dudley. It is October 1562. Queen Elizabeth has lain unconscious in a coma for the last 24 hours. Her physicians have diagnosed smallpox, and she is not expected to live. In a nearby room, the Privy Council is in crisis. It is 3 years into the reign, but Elizabeth has neither married nor named a successor. If she dies, there will be a constitutional crisis. Possibly
3 months after her illness, Elizabeth faced a fresh ordeal. Parliament had been summoned for January 1563, and everybody knew that a reluctant queen would be forced once more to confront the issue of the succession. The Parliament was opened with a sermon preached in Westminster Abbey by Alexander Noel, the Dean of St.
But again,
Paul's.
the Queen hedged and obfuscated. For her, marriage was simply not on the cards. Elizabeth had reigned for 14 years. She had beaten off rebellion. She had resisted the pressure to marry. And she had survived alone.
But Mary and religion had divided her country, and her Catholic enemies abroad were marshalling their forces. Elizabeth and her Protestant people would be plunged into war.